Hi, in today's video I want to talk to you about something that I'm sure we've all experienced at some stage during our journey through life, and it affects nearly each and every one of us, and that is that horrible sinking feeling of regret, of panic that forces us to do something that I generally refer to as the horrible word of the purge. I think you may know what I'm talking about. Is that time that you're, for whatever reason, you're feeling guilty, remorse, I don't quite know what it is, but every now and again you say to yourself, right, that is it. I'm going to get all my stuff, all my makeup, all my clothes, and I'm going to ceremoniously burn it or give it away or take it to the charity shop. I just want to get rid of it, and then I'm going to be free from this need, this desire to want to cross-dress. But give it time, and that impulse, as I call it, turns into deep regret, because quite often you will purge everything and throw away your favourite pair of shoes, that wig that makes you feel and look good, and then you are left with that horrible sinking feeling of starting all over again. Because no matter what we do, there is something in us that drives us and compels us to want to cross-dress. I don't know what it is, and really I don't particularly care. I just consider it part of my personality that's harmless and just allows me to express things. And the reason why I wanted to put this little video together was that I know so many people out there suffer from this purge, this ultimate desire to get rid of everything, thinking you're going to cure yourself. Well, more often than not, given enough time, the urge, the need, the part of your personality, it comes back again, sometimes stronger, but it always does come back. So what can we do about this? Well, there are two approaches that I think work reasonably well. One is obviously, and it's a flippant thing to say, and that is to come to terms with yourself and the fact that it is a very important part of your personality. It may be your stress buster, it may be your way of equalising and harmonising your life. For whatever reason, it doesn't really matter. It really does work. So what I always say, and I hear on a regular basis, what do I do? Well, I say, if at all possible, don't throw things away. There are places you can go to store things. Little lockups, friends maybe, because at some stage, as I said earlier, you're going to want to reclaim those items or replace them, and a little investment can go a long way if you can find the right place to store it. So give it a little bit of thought. If you get this, I suppose, this flood of guilt. For me, being a very staunch Catholic upbringing, I was always made to feel guilty even at an early age. So it's kind of inbred in me, or it was. It took me a long time for myself to come to balance with it. So it's not something that you can instantly cure, if there is a cure. It's something to do with balancing your life and your needs and your requirements and coming to terms with it. But please, if you do get that dreaded purge, that guilt, whatever it might be, that desire to get rid of everything, just give it a little bit of thought. Try and find somewhere you can store these things. You may need to store them for weeks, months, even years. But most of the time, I would say it's more economical to do that than to start all over again. So that's my thoughts on this purge, because in the last couple of weeks, particularly after Christmas, I've had a lot of phone calls and a lot of emails from people saying, what do I do? I cannot go on any longer. This is driving me mad. I need to get rid of everything. And whilst I don't have all the answers, the one thing I have learned over the years of talking to so many people is this underlying trait in our personalities always resurfaces. So if you can, try and, how would I say, keep hold, store, pass on to friends where you can reclaim it at a later date. But if you have to get rid, then get rid. But please be aware, it's likely the urge, the desire, the need to dress is very likely to come back given time. because it is part of your personality. So I just wanted to share that little bit of insight, which I'm sure doesn't surprise any of you, because I'm sure at some stage in your life, like me, I've gone through that need to purge, thinking it would cure me of this so-called illness that I have, this antisocial behaviour, as it's been called by some people. But it doesn't. It's a case of, for me particularly, a case of self-discovery, self-awareness and self-acceptance. It's a very painful journey at times, but now I feel much more rewarded, and I feel as though I've kind of can give a little bit of advice, having gone through it several times myself, and know that all these things resurface. So thank you very much for lending me your ears. If you have any thoughts on that at all, please drop them down below in the comments. I'd love to hear them, because, as I say, many of us have gone through this particular need, this desire to purge, and some of us have quite unique solutions to the challenge. So if you've gone through this and you've found a different way of approaching it that you want to share with others, please drop it in the comments below. I'd be so interested to hear them. So that's it. Very brief video, but I think it needed to be said, and I really do hope it just helps just one of you out there. I hope it does. So thank you very much for listening, and as always, stay safe, stay gorgeous, and until the next time, bye-bye.